Deep beneath Saqqara, archaeologists discovered a series of massive granite boxes, each weighing over 100 tons, carved with laser-like precision and sealed for millennia. No tool marks, no inscriptions, and no clear explanation of how they were made, or even why. Ancient texts make no mention of them, yet their construction defies every known method of the time. Were these mysterious boxes sarcophagi, storage chambers, or something far more advanced?
It all began in 1850 when French archaeologist Auguste Mariette was exploring the desert plateau west of the Step Pyramid. His team discovered a sealed passageway buried in rubble, a tunnel leading into the darkness. After days of digging, Mariette and his workers broke through into a vast underground labyrinth lined with enormous stone vaults. Inside them sat the boxes, 24 in total, each cut from a single piece of solid granite and capped with a lid weighing up to 30 tons. The craftsmanship was beyond belief. The inner surfaces were polished to a mirror finish, the corners measured with impossible precision, and each box was perfectly balanced. But here's the most shocking detail. These boxes are buried hundreds of feet underground in tunnels so narrow that it would be physically impossible to move them into place using the simple tools and methods known from ancient Egypt. Even today, with cranes and laser cutting, constructing and positioning a 100-ton box in such conditions would be an extraordinary challenge. So how did a civilization from 3,300 years ago accomplish this? Mainstream Egyptologists say the Serapeum was built during the reign of Pharaoh Ramesses II, around 1250 BCE. They believe the boxes were sarcophagi designed to hold the sacred Apis bulls, living embodiments of the god Ptah. But when the chambers were opened, they were empty. No mummies, no bones, no inscriptions. Nothing to suggest they had ever held remains. Just smooth, silent perfection. As if whoever made them intended them for something else entirely. Modern researchers have begun to revisit Saqqara with advanced scanning and material analysis. What they've found only deepens the mystery. The granite comes from Aswan, more than 500 miles to the south. A logistical nightmare in ancient times. Transporting blocks of that size would have required monumental effort, especially through narrow tunnels. Yet there's no evidence of damage or misalignment. Every surface is exact. In 2018, a study by engineer Chris Dunn measured the internal geometry of one box and found tolerances within a few thousandths of an inch, levels of precision used in aerospace manufacturing today. That level of craftsmanship raises a startling question. Was the Serapeum truly built with copper chisels and stone hammers? Or are we looking at evidence of lost technology? A forgotten age of engineering whose methods vanished millennia ago. Even more intriguing are the electromagnetic anomalies recorded inside the tunnels. Researchers from Cairo University detected unusual magnetic readings around several of the boxes, as though they interact with their environment in ways not fully understood. Some theorists have proposed that these granite vaults might have served as resonant chambers, capable of storing or amplifying energy. It sounds like science fiction, but granite is rich in quartz and feldspar, minerals known to respond to vibration and electromagnetic charge. Could these boxes have once played a role in a long-lost system of energy generation, sound resonance, or even preservation? There's also the mystery of the tunnels themselves. The Serapeum is not a single corridor but an entire network, nearly 400 meters of passageways, some leading to unfinished chambers, others sealed off completely. LiDAR mapping conducted in 2022 revealed signs of extensions beyond the known tunnels, suggesting that what we've uncovered might be just a fraction of a larger complex still buried beneath Saqqara. Some Egyptologists suspect older layers beneath the Ramesside structure, possibly dating back to Egypt's mysterious pre-dynastic era, thousands of years earlier. Supporting this idea are the erosion patterns on the walls. Certain surfaces show wear consistent with prolonged exposure to water, hinting that parts of the Serapeum might once have been submerged, long before the desert formed. If true, It would mean these chambers predate recorded Egyptian history, built during a time when the Nile's floodplain stretched much farther west. So what were these colossal boxes truly meant for? Some believe they were not tombs, but vaults designed to contain something immensely powerful or dangerous. Others suggest they were harmonic devices, part of an ancient technology that used sound and vibration to manipulate matter. Whatever their purpose, the evidence refuses to fit neatly into the accepted story. And perhaps that's the most haunting part. Despite centuries of excavation, the Serapeum remains largely silent. No hieroglyphs name its builder. No ancient texts describe its creation. The pharaohs themselves seem to have inherited it rather than commissioned it. The precision, the scale, the mystery, it all points to something far older, more sophisticated, and more enigmatic than we dare to admit. Today, if you descend into those dimly lit corridors, you can still feel it. A pressure in the air, a low hum that seems to vibrate through the granite. Standing before one of those massive boxes, it's impossible not to wonder whether you're standing in a tomb or in the remnants of a machine left behind by a civilization lost to history. The 100-ton granite boxes buried beneath Saqqara defy every known method of ancient construction. But Egypt isn't the only place rewriting history. Across the world, beneath the stones of Stonehenge, researchers have uncovered a hidden chamber that changes everything we thought we knew about this mysterious monument. Join me as we uncover what was found beneath one of the world's most sacred sites.
For over 5,000 years, Stonehenge has stood in silence, a puzzle that has defied scientists, historians, and skeptics alike. But a recent underground scan has exposed something no one was prepared for. A massive hidden chamber buried deep beneath the stones. Sealed off since before recorded history, this space holds bizarre markings, impossible artifacts, and evidence that points to an origin story far stranger than we've been told. Some experts are already warning that this discovery will ignite global controversy. Because if what's inside is real, it doesn't just rewrite history. It questions who really built Stonehenge and why they may have wanted to hide the truth for thousands of years.
The news electrified the archaeological world. Stonehenge, long believed to be fully explored, has just surrendered a secret we didn't even know existed. This isn't a minor detail or a buried trinket. It's a find that could change our understanding of who built Stonehenge, why they built it, and what rituals may have taken place here thousands of years before the pyramids of Egypt rose from the sands. For generations, the monument's secret seemed locked in its ancient stones. Theories flourished: an astronomical observatory, a burial site for elite chieftains, a spiritual gateway to the afterlife. But the latest technological tools, ground-penetrating radar and magnetometry, have pierced the earth beneath the monument with a precision never before possible. What they revealed stunned even the most seasoned researchers. An anomaly in the bedrock, perfectly geometric, sealed by layers of chalk and soil, hiding something man-made. The excavation that followed was cautious. Stonehenge is one of the most protected archaeological sites in the world, and disturbing it is no small matter. But slowly, layer by layer, the soil was peeled back. At a depth of nearly 10 feet, they found it. A hollowed-out chamber, roughly the size of a small room, cut directly into the chalk beneath the stones. Its walls were smoothed with remarkable care, and scattered across its floor were artifacts that no one expected. Polished stone tools, carved antler picks, and fragments of animal bone arranged in deliberate patterns. Even more astonishing was the presence of something that had never been documented at Stonehenge before: an engraved slab, etched with a series of interconnected spirals and symbols. Unlike the rough surfaces of the outer stones, these markings were fine and precise, as if telling a story meant only for those who knew the code. Some of these symbols match markings found at Neolithic sites in Ireland and the Orkney Islands, hinting at a cultural network spanning hundreds of miles. Could it be that Stonehenge was part of something far larger, a web of sacred sites sharing a single unifying belief system. The chamber's location may hold the key. It lies directly beneath what's known as the altar stone, a massive slab at the center of Stonehenge's inner circle. This positioning suggests the chamber was central to the monument's original purpose, perhaps a hidden sanctum for high priests or a repository for sacred objects. Some archaeologists believe it might have been a place where initiates underwent rites of passage, shielded from the eyes of the unworthy. Others wonder if it could be a kind of time capsule, deliberately sealed to preserve the memory of a forgotten age. Recent carbon dating of the bones from the chamber indicates they are over 5,000 years old, placing them in Stonehenge's earliest construction phase. This pushes back the timeline for complex ritual activity here by centuries. And intriguingly, isotopic analysis of the animal remains shows they came from as far away as modern-day Scotland, suggesting Stonehenge was drawing people, and perhaps pilgrims, from across the British Isles. The discovery also reopens one of the most heated debates in archaeology. How did Neolithic peoples, with no written language and only rudimentary tools, achieve such engineering feats? The chamber's precision-cut walls challenge assumptions about their capabilities. Some researchers are now looking into whether advanced techniques, possibly taught by a now lost culture, were shared among the builders. But the revelations don't stop there. Residues found on some of the stone tools point to a rare mineral not native to southern England.